In this video, we're going to go ahead and model the rudder and shape it and make it give it a little bit better look than what it has right now. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these faces, and then I'm going to command right click and select vertices, and then I'm going to average these vertices. And actually, I'm going to deselect these vertices there on the center line, on the line with the rudder, and we will go to edit mesh, average vertices, and I'm going to hit G. Do that a couple times. What that does, that'll smooth them out a little bit. Looks like I've got two right on top of one another. Maybe actually okay. See that we've got these little pieces in here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select the rudder, and I'm going to center my pivot so that I can grab it easily. And I'm going to move this back in space. And I'm going to delete these faces on the inside here. All right, so we'll just grab them. And delete. And I got one, yeah, that one right there. Okay, so again, as you're modeling, you always want to remember that it's okay to add edges, or even delete edges if you need to. So keep that in mind. This actually won't drive us completely batty. That'll move down, and that'll move up. Okay. So now I've got these. Now what I want to do is I want to grab and duplicate, and I'll do it all in one operation. And because I've been extruding and been careful, I'm going to go to my type Q to give up my get my selection arrow. I'm just going to grab these two, the bottoms of the holes, and then I'm going to press Shift period to grow my selection. And I'm going to grow this selection until, just like we did with the wing piece, it's gotten all of our pieces selected. Now, I do have these two little bits in here, which I'm going to go ahead and select and see if I need them. And then I'm going to go to Mesh Tool, Edit Mesh. See if I can get up there. Edit Mesh, Duplicate. Sometimes that happens. Oh, that's because I've probably got two objects selected. Let's try this again. Go to Face, select here, and here, and Shift period. Go there, grab those two little pieces right here. Remember, we can always delete them if we need to. And go to Edit Mesh, Duplicate. There we go. And then we can take this and drag these. Got to make sure you click on the toggle. And unfortunately, the toggle pushes it to this front there, but that lets us push it out to the back there. Okay, so there we go. These vertices here, I'm going to go ahead and scale them to flatten them out. And now we'll go to our object mode. And I'm going to go ahead and modify center pivot. And push this back. Now keep in mind, we do have two separate objects here. So got to remember that. And then I'm going to reverse my normals. Okay, so now we get to bring these together. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to select my objects, and I'm going to go ahead and combine them. Mesh combine. And I'm also realizing I don't think I need these individual little parts right there. So I'll take those and get rid of it. There. All right, so now the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to try to target weld to see if this will work for us. Yeah, okay. Because this is going to the there we go. There to there. And this little guy to there. This to that one there. Good. The target weld is apparently behaving, so. You want to make sure you're getting the outside edges. Let me bring this up to where I can see what I'm doing. So and like so. All right, so now what I've done, now we're basically pretty well on our way. Except I see I've got this line of edges going across here, and that's fine. So I press Q to bring up my selection tool. I'm going to grab these two, and I'm just going to delete them. I can delete them by pressing Control Delete, and that will delete those edges. And I'll use my Append to Polygon tool to fill in here. Perfect. All right, so now I've got my rudder. Okay, it's obviously too round there, so I will use my target weld to fence in that line like so. And now I can do something a little different. I'm going to select this object, and I'm going to isolate select it, and I'll do a little bit of work in here because I don't need to. I can go to here and here, okay, and can basically take this edge here and collapse it. No, I want to do that. There. Now you may ask, why am I doing that? I'm doing that so that now this edge is fenced in. Grab these two. I've got three there. Yeah. So now this edge is fenced in, and it actually looks pretty good. All right. So next, what I'm going to do is I need to pull this out so that it's a little bit better looking than what it is. So I'm going to press W, and then I'm going to press B. And that's going to bring up my soft selection. So I'm going to go to Tool Settings. Soft selection, as you all know, basically lets you move groups of polygons or groups of vertices while only selecting a few. So I'm going to press B, and I'm going to shrink my volume down considerably. I don't know what has happened to the. I guess I'll just, that's too much. There. And see, that lets me pull it out a little bit better. I'll do the same thing up here. Pull that out. Okay. And we can continue to model on that and make it look a little bit better. But keep in mind, this is something that's going to be carved out of wood. So there we go. So it doesn't have to be super sharp. All right, so having done that, we now have a rudder. So let's bring back the rest of the model. And let's pull this in. We'll basically center our pivot. Push that into our model. Object mode, and we'll grab all three of these and press 3. And we see we've got, I'll turn off my wireframe on shaded. You can see that everything fits together pretty well. Again, we might need to smooth this a little bit, but overall, things are progressing rather nicely. So in this lesson, we finished the rudder, and by bringing the pins together, basically duplicating and attaching them to the rudder. In the next lesson, what we will do is we will work on the wheels. So what we'll do is we'll revolve and extrude the wheels, and then we'll be a long way along the way to finishing the body.